The symptoms, the way I would describe having HE or suffering from HE, for me, was that I lost my inhibitions totally. And if I was in a good mood, that would involve singing and smiling and leaping around like a spring lamb. And if I was in a bad mood or something upset me, I would just fly out with a torrent of abuse at people without anything holding me back. I was suffering all sorts of HE issues. They'd taken my driving license away from me, or rather asked me to give it up, which I did. And my HE was clearly becoming quite a concern for my wife, for the rest of the family.
The toughest symptom of Charlie's HE was his behaviour, because it was so erratic. I mean, some days you would be able to go out and he'd be absolutely fine. And other days you'd be waiting for a trigger that might kick off the whole thing of the HE. The two youngest girls who are still living with us at the time were embarrassed by his behaviour. So we ended up, we wouldn't go out, we avoided situations, we didn't invite people around very often.
The care team at the hospital were fantastic, a lot of them. I mean, in the transplant area, they were so used to people who were having hepatic encephalopathy moments. They were used to people who were scared of death, who were in all these terrible states, and they were just so supportive. It was fantastic, like chalk and cheese compared to people who were not used to that experience. Once I was discharged from hospital after that little HE episode, there was very little support from any of the medical teams. I was 200 miles away, so they had no real input. My doctor, my GP, didn't really understand HE at all, and my family looked after me. We were on our own.
I have to say I didn't get any support from the GP at all. You know, his attitude was, you're waiting for a liver transplant now. Once he'd accepted that, yes, the liver had deteriorated, we had seen the consultant in Glenclwyd who had contacted Newcastle. It was basically, you need a liver transplant, so get on with it. We had a really lovely, very sympathetic nurse, surgery nurse down there who took the bloods and could see Charlie deteriorating.
I guess people didn't understand the effect that HE was having on me, on you, on our family. Mm-hmm. I don't know how much other people get any support from their medical care people. I think it's something that happens very much behind closed doors an awful lot of the time, inside the family.